And these are areas that we can benefit substantially from the experience of Finland. Nigeria has continued to forge very strong ties, not just at the bilateral level, at the multilateral level. We continue to work together to foster an era for Nigeria, certainly, of economic prosperity in a rapidly changing world and with rapidly changing dynamics. Nigeria continues to lead, especially in Africa, in fostering peace and security. And in this guise, we always seek the support and collaboration of the European Union. Of course, with Finland, luckily, the ambassador that presented her letters of credence is very well versed in the area of trade. So we will be seeking also to strengthen our trade relations. We will be looking for new areas of collaboration. Of course, as you know, Nigeria is seeking a diversification of the economy, migrating from the oil sector to areas of agriculture, agro-allied products and agro-processing, the digital economy, renewable energy. These are areas that we can benefit substantially from the experience of Finland.
The people that testified against Simon Ekpa in the faraway Finland, history, nemesis, posterity will judge them and their offspring up to how many generations to come. That is what God of Abraham said. And what? Victory. That's Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa.
Ojukwu of Biafra, which is her late husband, commanded Biafra armed forces. And of course, he was the president of Biafra during that 3 years of genocide. So we are not going to trade our freedom for anything political position, because a lot of people have expected me to react on the so-called frivolous appointment of Bianca Ojukwu. The reason I have not reacted is that it is not my business. And I believe it is none of Biafran's business. She is a politician. She believes in Nigeria, and that is her own choice. She is just one person, one woman with one vote. Today, you don't expect me to start reacting when 50 million Biafrans have consented to this Biafra government, giving this Biafra government consent and the authority to fight for their freedom. So who is Bianca Ojukwu? Only one person, one woman. So I don't want to waste my time, but it is very imperative that I bring this message to her. So long as she maintains her lane, mind her business as a politician under Nigeria, we don't have problem with her. But when we are going to have problem with her is when she uses that position to fight against Biafra in any capacity. Then Simon Ekpa will change to whatever that will suit her. And then we will engage her in any way possible. For now, she can enjoy her appointment. I have no business and I have no issue with her appointment under Nigeria.
Mr. President, the beautiful nominee standing before us.
I said restrict yourself
it is in the
to the resume. Forget
Mr. President.
Forget this word beautiful. I said restrict yourself.
It's in the CV, sir.
Restrict yourself. She didn't put in the CV that she's beautiful.
Yeah,
is that what she put? Where?
It's in the CV.
Where? The CV says beautiful Bianca.
It's in the CV. Mr. President, Mr. President, Bianca Olivia Odinaka Ojukwu Ojukwu is my sister from Ngwo, the local government of Enugu State. Mr. President, a golden fish have no hiding place, and that is why the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria went and brought this woman who is very passionate about our country, who is very committed to see the growth of this nation, who will give all that is within her reach to make sure that this country gets to a greater height. Mr. President, you see, when Mr. President announced the nominees and put them in ministries where they are going to serve, it makes everything easier for us, because she is posted to where she has absolute confidence and competence, where she is going to make a huge impact to this country. She's a lawyer.
You know, the question they used to ask, when will Biafra come? This question has always been what has been in the mind of the enemy for decades. They come like friends, they laugh, and at the end, the question is actually meant to mock the Biafra agitation in those days. My fellow Biafrans, today is Sunday. I would like to read the Bible today. I would like to read from the book of Ecclesiastes 7. The book of Ecclesiastes 7, I'm going to read from chapter 7, and I will read verse 7, and I will read 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Number 9. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger rested in the bosom of fools. When you expect the Biafra government and myself to act on certain issues, we don't delve into things with our anger. We take our time. But when we start, the entire world will know that we have started. They used to ask you, when will this Biafra come? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mentioned this in one of his broadcasts. Always there, when will this Biafra come? When will this Biafra come? That's a question that many, both the good and the bad, carried in their hearts for decades. But that question now has an answer. The question finally has an answer. And the infinite answer will come on December 2nd, 2024. My fellow Biafrans, as we continue to put in place the delegitimization of the Nigeria terrorist state within Biafra land, we are taking it one step at a time. We are not in a hurry. This is a fight that have taken the life of millions, and we've fought this for over 50 years. The Biafra government 72 hours ultimatum to return all the Biafrans that were kidnapped from the old eastern Nigeria and taken to northern Nigeria and other part of Nigeria to detain. Many of them have been detained for many years without trial. That 72 hours ultimatum ends today. And we have seen reactions from different courts. One of them is the court, the Owerri Appeal Court. They have announced temporary shutdown because of security concern. This particular shutdown, it is now very evidently clear that Nigeria have no intention of returning our brothers they kidnapped from eastern Nigeria and taken to different detention facilities in the northern Nigeria, or maybe many of them have been killed. So, knowing what we do not know about the fate of our fellow brothers and sisters, both women and children, that were taken in the name of arrests. So they decided to lock down because they can't provide our brothers they kidnapped from eastern Nigeria and taken to northern Nigeria. I want to use this medium to inform Nigeria terrorist state this evening that this temporary lockdown, because they could not provide our brothers and sisters they kidnapped, should not be temporarily. They have locked down permanently and indefinitely. I will never reopen again. I want to let you know that the evil will only strive when good men keep quiet and silent. In the absence of good men, the evil men will always strive. Nigeria have shown to be evil for decades, and in all this evil of Nigeria, the good men have always been terrified, fear, and they remain silent for many years. Today, many good men have risen up, and they are all in Biafra government in exile. And so we are going to commit a great violence on this Nigeria state. because that's exactly what is going to restore peace. And it has started. We are going to delegitimize Nigeria institution by institution, step by step, organization by organization, government by government, and at the end, they will leave our land. And we will have a peaceful nation where our children and women will live and walk in the night without anybody kidnapping them. Just like we all enjoy in Europe, where we can wake up 2 a.m. in the night, go to shop without anybody molesting and without anybody being afraid of being kidnapped. That is the vision we have for Biafra people. I want to also let those who are shouting Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism died with Biafra, and it will rise with Biafra. A lot of people are making noise all over Africa, especially those who have access to media. They say, oh, what do you have to say about Pan-Africanism? I have not actually took my time to address them. But today I will make, touch on Pan-Africanism. And I want you to look around yourself. Look around Africa. How many people do you see in government in any African country that is shouting Pan-Africanism? None. Only one. And he is called Malema, Julius Malema. Julius Malema is the only one in government shouting Pan-Africanism, but he is making a very terrible decision. His Pan-Africanism can never yield any result because it is a complete misplace of priority. You do not support evil because you have a platform. Julius Malema will be shouting Pan-Africanism, Pan-Africanism, but in as much as Arafat supported Mandela, that is not a reason to support terrorism against Israel. What happened on the 7th of October was a complete terrorist attack and must be differentiated. You must be able to differentiate terrorist attack and struggle for freedom. Malema, with his Pan-Africanism, refused to understand the difference between terrorism and fighting for freedom. Another person who is shouting for Pan-Africanism is Professor Lumumba. He is not in the government. So what am I trying to say? The only person that have a voice shouting Pan-Africanism today is Malema, and he is in the government of South Africa. So if you know that you actually love Africa and you really want Pan-Africanism to come to reality, there is a need for you to support Biafra, because that is where the Pan-Africanism will rise. You need people in the government that knows what Africa people need. And Biafra have young, vibrant men and women who will make that Pan-Africanism to become a reality. So if you don't support Biafra, your dream is dead and dead on arrival. My fellow Biafra.
Since the inception of their cases in Nigeria and Finland, respectively, Simon Ekpa has been, coming out successfully winning and winning and winning, to the level that the 4 Biafrans arrested with Simon Ekpa, accused of, sponsoring or orchestrating act of terrorism in the southeastern Nigeria have been set free. I mean those 4 Igbos. Then again, Simon Ekpa's bank account in Finland has been frozen. They allow Simon Ekpa's account for him. Ekpa could access his account. Then again, his properties in Finland has been released to him. Simon Ekpa has free access to all his properties in Finland. What do I mean? Obsession with victory, obsession with excellence and success. Simon Ekpa has never been found indicted of any culpable activity in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Simon Ekpa has won. Yes. That's why the whole media, within and without, outside Nigeria, are writing, telling the stories on Al Jazeera, social media, house media platform, that Simon Ekpa is not culpable of any crime. This is a man that has taken it upon himself to defend his tribe. The tribe he actually believes is his own tribe, that is the Igbo tribe. Simon Ekpa fought and fought and fought in support of his master, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Ekpa actually did well. Nobody could stop Ekpa. Nobody could accuse Ekpa of any criminality. Nigerian nation, Nigerian government under supervision or watch of retired General Muhammad Buhari has committed various crimes of inhumanity against fellow man in the year 2015, 16, 17, and so on and so forth, till 2023, when he left office. Buhari committed crime of inhumanity against Igbo nation. And that was why Simon Ekpa actually, got interwoven into this kind of system. The system of agitation of Igbo man to free Igbo man was systemic since 2021. That was when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu backed out as a result of kidnap or abduction by Nigerian government when they intercepted him at Nairobi Airport, Kenya. He was kidnapped, ferried into Nigerian nation some 4 years ago. It is exactly 48 months this month. It happened 4 years ago, 48 months ago. Nigerian government, out of illegality and the illegitimacy, conspired against an Igbo man that was agitating for his right and actually abducted him from Nairobi, Kenya into Nigeria. Are you listening to me? Now, the case dragged and another case dragged, which is case of Simon Ekpa stepping into Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. Now, witnesses from southeastern Nigeria, Bianca Ojukwu and Peter Mba, Ojo, what's the name of that Ojo? Tunji Ojo, the Minister of Interior in Nigerian government, actually was there, conspired with Peter Mba to send someone as an emissary, and that person was Bianca Ojukwu's wife. They sent him with Tunji Ojo to go and testify against Simon Ekpa in the faraway Finland, so that Finland could actually jail Simon Ekpa. Today, what happened? With the evidence substantiated, materialized enough, Finland found out Simon Ekpa was not culpable. They actually allowed Ekpa, set him free. The whole charges struck out, which was why Tunji Ojo was sacked out of the court. They pursued him. He ran away. A criminal, Nigerian criminal, Tunji Ojo, was indicted in the court. Actually, he escaped lynching. Nigerians, Igbos in Finland would have at least lynched him. Yes.
He escaped.
He escaped. Nigerian government is evil. Nigerian government is a shame to the entire black communities outside Africa continent. Tunji Ojo, he wanted to support Tinubu, his brother, to annihilate Igbo man, a very shameless man. It's not even occurred to him that this man is an Igbo. Igbo brothers and uncles and mothers and fathers supported Tinubu, as we are Southerners in Nigeria. Let us do it diplomatically so that the Igbos will never see Yorubas as their enemy. Tunji Ojo went there.
Okay, because the Yoruba man.
Yes, he started orchestrated enmity, Yoruba enmity against Igbo.
If Ekpa was to be a Yoruba man,
he wouldn't have done that. That's why Tunji Ojo is a bushman. He went there, disgraced himself, and today Tunji Ojo, I'm going to use him and do many Biafra narrative contents.
But is there based on the instruction of Tinubu, the president?
Is there based on ethnic bigotry, religious bigotry, highly tribalized Nigerian president ever to have come into the leadership, of this country? Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a man that actually forged certificates, university certificate, he forged it. Chicago University certificate, forged. Toronto, that was Toronto University in Canada as of 1999. He forged it. And Ghana for me took it up to nail him down. due to pleas from various Yoruba elders, they prevailed on Gani Fawemi. Gani Fawemi allowed him. Today, we are under a regime, an illegitimate regime of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Illegitimate regime till tomorrow. I'm saying it. Obi won that election. Nnamdi Kanu was illegally arrested and abducted. That was some 2 years ago. Some 4 years ago, 2021, from Nairobi, Kenya into Nigeria. Supported by Bola Ahmed Tinubu in conjunction with Buhari. What are we saying?
What do you
See, understand me. Bianca came for falsified witnesses with Tunji Ojo, and God disappointed them in the faraway Scandinavian country of Finland. Nobody is looking at that side. They are looking towards arresting Bianca Ojukwu and Tunji Ojo for coming up with falsified evidences, witnesses. Two of them should be arrested. But unfortunately, Tunji Ojo was just out of the court. A wave, a loser, the loser of the highest order, Tunji Ojo, Minister of Interior in Nigeria. He siphoned many money, public fund, and that's why they are all rhyming together, because they are all political crooks in Nigeria within this administration.
But if you look at it, why do you think that the Nigerian government are desperate to jail Simon Ekpa?
Thank you so much. They are desperate to jail Simon Ekpa because they don't want emancipation of Biafra states. Biafran state stands at the opposite side of Nigerian political leaders who are bent on stealing our public funds. Many funds were stolen by Buhari administration, and currently Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration is siphoning, stealing our commonwealth, public funds, tax paid by Nigerians. So that's why they want to nail Simon Ekpa, so that everything about Simon Ekpa will be closed. Closed chapter. Closed chapter. Nobody will near him again. But it's a lie. Bianca failed. Peter Mba failed. Tunji Ojo failed. And many more to go to Finland and nail Simon Ekpa. They have failed. They failed in the past. They have failed presently. And today, we are seeing a new Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa that has been actually exonerated, discharged and acquitted of all accusation of terrorist criminalities in the southeastern Nigeria, who are orchestrating act of terrorism in southeastern Nigeria. El-Rufai, Buhari, Chekarao, Opuzadema, Toji Bello. Wait now, I'm coming. These are people that are orchestrating act of terrorist activities in the southeastern Nigeria, and Asad Dokubo is not left out. Is on the line among the accused perpetrators of act of terrorism in the southeastern Nigeria.
But it was reported that these three witnesses had to plea or beg for the police escort for them to leave or leave the court. As regards, we know that a lot of Biafrans came to support Simon Ekpa, as regards his trial. So they said the police, but they said they were boys of a certain man called Ikenga Ragu and China Sanworu in Finland, and those are the people that organize these three witnesses to come and testify against Ekpa.
China Sanworu, then the other man, Ikenga and Kalo. Yeah, this name Chinesa, Ikenga, and Kalu, they are Igbo to testify against Simon Ekpa. Not even went to Finland. They are living in Finland. They are the anti-Biafran forces that are bringing the space of Biafra, let me say, advocacy by Simon Ekpa. They were bringing it down, suppressing what we are doing in Finland, for Finland to love us, to be with us as they were with us during the war. Actually, it wasn't, successful on their side, because Finland still loved Biafra, stood by us, and actually give us the space to celebrate Biafra, declare Biafra, inaugurate Biafra on November 2024 last year. That's why we victoriously announced Biafra in the Jean Sibelius Square in Lahti, Finland. And again, let me tell you, these four that actually testified against Simon Ekpa in Finland could not do it successfully according to the law of that land. The law of that land actually found out that they were bought as missionaries by federal government of Nigeria. Because of the money they give them, Finland legal authority sacked all of them. They gave them notice, paper, or document. They all actually absconded. They ran away from Finland. As I'm talking to you now, their documents, their stay paper, I mean, is citizenship. Finland citizenship is not holding. They are what? Outlawed. Exiled in Finland. What are you saying?
They are exiled.
Yes, exiled in Finland.
Because they fight against Ekpa.
Ekpa, yes. Ekpa is a Finnish citizen.
What was the Nigerian government?
Nigerian government paid money to these people, bribed them so that they will get against Ekpa, stand against what Ekpa is doing in Finland. And today, Finland government has disappointed all of them. Mocked, Carlo, and so on and so forth. Yes. Pastor Edochie or Udochi. Udochi, you are disappointed. You must read about me on social media. You are disappointed. The Igbo ancestors, Chineke Okike Abiama, Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, they have gone against you. Let me explain. Chineke Okike Abiama, God of Abraham. Abraham himself gave birth to Isaac. Isaac is Isaac. Jacob is Jacob. Yes, are you hearing me? That's the Igbo pronunciation, and they started from onset. No white man taught us because they are with us. We are the same Hebrew, Jews with them. You are disappointed, all of you. God is punishing all of you. They are pursuing you, actually pursued you out of Finland. You are going to face the consequences wherever you find yourself. That is what God has actually ruled in favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the entire Igbo nation.
But a lot of Biafrans here, then diaspora and here at home are so angry with this testifiers. They say what some have asking for the address, of these people, and yes, at the same time, do you think that these people could have betrayed and become, because we know they are part of Jews?
Yes, you see, if actually they were doing something that is legal within that context, they would have come out with all their profiles. I mean, their addresses, their persons, whom they are, the particular part of or communities in Igbo land from where they come before immigrating or migrating into Finland. No, they were paid by Peter Mba. They were paid by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They were paid by all those Igbo political juggernautes in the southeast to go to Finland and betray Ekpa, our man, and betray Biafra, our nation. Okay? Those people that were shown on social media, history will never ever forgive them. Posterity will never turn its back on them. Judgment of boomerang, karma, and nemesis is going to take upon them. Their children, their offspring will never know peace. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu over the years has been suffering, dying, for Igbo man. For me, I don't know him. I didn't know him in the past. But because of the blood link, Kanu is fighting for me. He's not from Anambra. I'm not from Abia. See, the people that testified against Simon Ekpa in the faraway Finland, history, nemesis, posterity will judge them and their offspring up to how many generations to come. That is what God of Abraham said. And we are the Jews. Whosoever goes against Israel, God shall go against him. We are seeing it today how Israel struck Iran. Iran is coming back to retaliate, and God stand gidigam in favor of Israel. That is whom we are. We are the Igbos. Whosoever has gone against Simon Ekpa in the faraway Finland, in Nigeria here, God has gone against all of them up to their next generations of their children to come. It is a word that God has put down in the Bible. And I'm telling you that I'm from the descendant of God, the black, the Niger in the Bible. The Niger are the black skin, whom the black Jews are, the Igbos. Listen, We are not afraid of anybody in Nigeria. I'm not afraid of Tinubu. I'm not afraid of Fulani. I'm not afraid of Yoruba. Igbo man is the right person in this regime, and they turn it against us, trying to kill Mazen Nnamdi Kanu so that Igbos will never speak out. See, go and kill Kanu. On your way going, you will fail. Court is in place against Kanu. Today, Nigeria has failed. Uzodinma has failed. Ojo Kanu has failed. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has failed. DSS, they have all failed. Kanu is excelling. Simon Ekpa has excelled in the faraway Finland, Scandinavia, Europe. Ekpa has won. All his properties released. His account unfrozen. Today, Kanu is excelling. The court, as in, judiciary department, has left Kanu off the hook, watch their hands off the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and transfer his case to DSS headquarters. Meaning, Nigerian court is trying to wake up from being stoogy to Department of Executive. Tinubu could no longer control the court. The court has actually told the whole world that they are no longer rubber stamp under Tinubu administration. Once upon a time, a country, Biafra, actually believed to have exterminated. Currently, it is living. He is alive. Biafra is alive. The Prince of Africa is alive.